Plug. So generally you'll see electric socket and electric plug. So that is where this is also derived from. So you need to know there are 3 pin connections. I don't need to give you more theory now. I see. Okay. So you need to, somebody needs to connect this. Who want to connect this? I know you will connect. But you will connect.
Try.
Yeah, you should hear that click sound, okay? So the best way is, even you can do this without looking this, is, okay, now I have this, right? Now this 3 holes and the pins are in different direction. What I did? So just turn to see where it connects, okay? So you don't need to worry too much. So this is connected, and where will this go? Alan wants to connect? Hold. Go ahead and connect. Okay, now what you should look. So an audio person should always read what is written. Where should this go in a mixer? Why? What is this? This is a microphone, and what is this is the output of the microphone. So the output of this device will go into the input of the mixer. So always remember, whenever you connect things in series, the output will go into the input of the next stage. Similarly, the output of this will go into the input of the so what you should do? Look for where is input. Okay, how many inputs are there? 3. Can you count them?
No.
How many? This is, let's say this is one input, okay? This is one. There are 3 pins, okay? So these 3 pins, this is one input. How many inputs in this mixer? Where is input? 1, 2. This is okay. So read. Can you see inputs? So whenever you get a device, the first thing is, do not assume. Don't make assumptions. Always come and read. So I will look for inputs, because I don't know many things about so many different devices. So when I get a device, I'll try to closely look, watch. So how many inputs? It's also written here. How many inputs? So 4 inputs. How many outputs? 2. What's the outputs named as? So you should always read from the left. Okay, what is the output on the left hand side? Main L and main R. So that means it is a stereo mixer. So stereo means God has designed and created in a way you hear through 2 ears, left and right ears. So this people who has designed the system is also giving you an experience. Like the way that God has designed you should hear left and right. So they are trying to give left and right. Our hearing is always stereo, but our vocals are always mono. We have only one mouth. Okay? So our output is only one mouth. That's the reason you have one mic. There are no 2 mics to capture my left hand mouth and right mouth. No, there is only one mouth. So I always speak through a mic and I hear left and right. Left and right because they are divided. So there are some inputs which can be stereo. So for example, when you hear music, there is always you hear, the vocals are coming from here, the instruments are coming from the right. They always play mix and match. That's part of the recording. That is to create the experience. Okay. So there are many. You get more advanced systems later. You will see Dolby. I don't know how many of you heard Dolby 5.1, 7.1. Okay. So 8 channels, 5 channels. There are a lot of advanced systems, but at least for now, remember it is a stereo system. Why you need to know this? Because when you go there, you need to know, is that a
stereo system?
Is that a stereo system? Okay, we'll look into that. Okay. So who's going to connect? Alan, ready to connect? Go ahead. So here, the easy way to identify this is, see, there is a small cut. And do you see that cut here? So always match this. Okay? So you don't need to make assumptions again. So want to connect the second mic? We have one more mic. Go ahead and get the second mic. See here. See the mic. And this connector is called, the connectors that you just plugged into this mic is called XLR. Okay? So this is the one of the most common connection in audio called XLR. Okay. What is the other connection? So yeah, who want to do this? Go ahead. Push. Use your power. Use your power only after when you find the right slot. Yes. Okay. Now who will do this? Yosha? Connect. You will connect that too? Yes. So the input microphones are now connected to the mixer. And what is next? Amplifier. The output of the mixer should go to input of the amplifier. So you should know what's there in the amplifier. Okay? So how many channels here? So amplifiers are generally designed, it's a how many channel microphone or how many channel amplifier it is. That means it can give you those many outputs, okay? You see, how many inputs? Channel 1 input and channel 2 input. And there are channel 2 1 output and channel 2 output. And these are actually some link out. I mean, if you want to loop, okay?
Do another amplifier.
If you want to do another amplifier, let's see. So you don't worry about these two connectors, okay? So you only worry about the inputs and outputs of the system. So this is, what type of connector is this? Stereo, okay. No, the connector type is XLR. It's an XLR. So for you to connect this, you need a XLR cable. So can you find another XLR cable? Manoj is making everything easy for you. So now you have this cable. Panu. Okay, so you have two connectors. How will you know? And they look similar, but they are different. Both are XLR, but one is socket and one is plug. Hold it. Now you go ahead and connect this. You decide. No, you should plug it to the output of the mixer. See the output. So what is the rule? The output of the mixer should come into the amplifier. Okay, now where is the output of the mixer? Okay, go ahead. So it should come into the input of
the amplifier.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You should hear that. Okay. Now you have one more output left. That should come into the second input, right? Who wants to do it? You want to do it? Go ahead. Okay. Now what is left? What connection is left now? Eh? Amplifier to
Speaker.
To the input of
Input of the
the
speaker.
speaker. So that is a very special connector. Okay, speak on connectors. Okay, so who wants to do this connection? David, go ahead. Is that the input? Why did you put it there? Eh? In. Okay. But for you to complete the connection, you have to rotate. Okay? So likewise, now the connection is not over. The other end is open. Where will you connect that? What was that? Output only?
Yes.
Okay. Now the connections, the audio connections are completed now, right? So what else? What is pending? For you to start, if you start speaking through the mic, you will hear through the loudspeaker. Right? Ah, you need plug to power. Oh, go ahead and plug the power. You wanted to plug the power? No? And the other thing to remember, okay, now this is an important thing in an audio system. Always switch on the input power first, then output. And when it's shutting down, the other way around. You shut down the output first and then
the input.
Oh, you all learned that, huh?
No.
So what is input? Mixer. How many devices requires power? 2 devices. Mixer and the amplifier. So take the mixer power. There should be a small adapter.
It's there.
And it's a USB adapter, like your phone. Adim device, first device, then to the plug, then to the socket. Okay. Now before you switch on the amplifier, ideally you should bring all the audio faders down to 0, so that unexpectedly you should not hear any loud volume sound, or you should keep everything to low, to minimum. So you see there is still some signal going on. You see that dial? No. Like a rotary dial? Yeah, rotary dial, bring it down. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
before we go, just one question from Elita. We have so many wires into the amplifier, but why only one wire to the speaker?
That's a good one. And we don't have a second loudspeaker. Ideally, you should have 2, right? Left and right. So in this given situation,
You are using only one speaker in that.
so you're right. So for we need stereo. Ideally we should have 2 speakers.
For those events, we use the 2 speakers. The Ruby one we did not take. No. It is still in the Ruby.
It's still the logistic.
But if you go to a church, you will see there are 2 speakers.
Left and right. Mane, one minute. Now, what is pending? Amplifier the power കൊടുത്തില്ല.
ഇല്ല, മോനെ.
ഇല്ല, ദേ ഇവിടെ കിടക്ക.
സ്വർഗ്ഗത്തിൽ കാലിന്റെ അവിടെ.
അതിന് പവർ കൊടുക്കണം. Okay. ഇനി അച്ഛൻ
No.
I'll always safety switch.
The one channel 1 control, master volume. Channel 2 and master volume. Okay. This complete mixer out in the volume. Master fader, like in other way. Okay.
So mixer will give you independent control of each channel. So if you see, this is mic 1, right? Right? And you have independent control for this. You have independent control for mic 2. So likewise, you have independent control for each of this.
There are 8 inputs.
That's channel 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 2 are controlled by this one. This control together. It is stereo input directly. And these 2 with this. Okay? So now increase the volume here. Take one mic. Which mic you want to take? Okay. Okay.
Samsari?
Enough. Now you
You
need to
tap.
make the particular microphone's volume. This one. To check that mic, this cable connected.
How do you know that is the correct one, correct fader you are looking at? So you should know.
Yeah.
You should always know which mic you are connected to, input 1 or input 2. That is the most important thing to know.
Okay.
Labeling or identification.
Yeah.
The sound has come, right? Yeah. Speak.
Hello.
So Alan's first setup.
Okay.
So generally what happens, you speak and somebody can increase the volume. Go ahead, David. Increase the volume. You will continuously
Slowly,
sing or
slowly. Okay. You sing. Do a song.
sing, speak or say memory verse.
Say Psalms 91.
So David, whenever you hear a howling sound, what you should do? Immediately turn it down. See? So this is called feedback. You know what is happening now? The microphone is picking up. So what is happening really? I'm speaking through the microphone. The mixer is mixing everything together. The amplifier is amplifying it, outputting it through the loudspeaker, and this audio is coming back to my microphone again, and that is getting repeatedly amplified and becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That is how you get howling sound, and it is called feedback. And for you to control the feedback, you have to adjust the gain. You should not go above a limit. So why is that feedback coming? Because we are in an enclosed space. So the sound energy is getting all around. Where is the sound energy getting? Maybe on the wall, ceilings, wall, floor, all around. So what you will do, you will control the gain so that the output of the speaker will come down and the reflection will get reduced.
Okay. It controls with the mobile Android or.
ഇത് മൊബൈലിനകത്ത് ഒരു ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ഉണ്ട്, അത് ബ്ലൂടൂത്ത് വഴിയാണ് നിങ്ങൾ കണക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്.
Application just more
അച്ഛാ ഇത്
controls.
ഡിസ്കണക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അതിനകത്ത് കാണിച്ചു കൊടുത്ത ടി വിയിൽ എങ്ങനെയാണ് കണക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്.
TV കാണും.
ഇതിപ്പോ ഇത് ചെയ്തേക്കുമല്ലേ പ്രൊജക്ഷൻ.
TV project ചെയ്തു.
ഇത് ഡിസ്കണക്ട് ചെയ്ത്
ഇതിൽ ഡിസ്കണക്ട് ചെയ്യാം. അതിനകത്തല്ലേ?
ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ എങ്ങനെ ഡിസ്കണക്ട് ആവുന്നു?
ഓക്കെ, ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ഇവിടെ. അതിനകത്ത് നമുക്ക് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. മെനു പെയറിംഗ്, ബ്ലൂടൂത്ത് പെയറിംഗ് വരും. സോ യു ക്യാൻ പെയർ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ. സോ ഇവിടെ പ്രസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടത് നമ്മുടെ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. ഓക്കെ, പിന്നെ ഇത് കണക്റ്റ് ആവും.
അത് ചെയ്ത് കാണിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവർക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവരെ കൊണ്ട് ചെയ്യിപ്പിച്ചാൽ.
ഇത് മെനു ഉണ്ട്. മെനു ബട്ടൺ പ്രസ് ചെയ്യാം.
ആദ്യം കുറച്ച് പേര് പോയിട്ട് രണ്ടാമത് ഒരു റൗണ്ട് പിന്നെ പോകും. ഓക്കെ, യു വാണ്ട് ടു ഗോ ഡേവിഡ്?
ഓക്കെ, ഇവിടെ മെനു ബട്ടൺ ഉണ്ടോ? മെനു ബട്ടൺ വെച്ചിട്ട് പെയർ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ഇത് പ്രസ് ചെയ്യാം. പ്രസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് നമ്മുടെ ബ്ലൂടൂത്ത് ഡിവൈസ് മൊബൈൽ ഓൺ ചെയ്യാം. ഓക്കെ, അത് ഇപ്പോൾ ഇത് പെയർ ആവും. ഓഡിയോ ഇപ്പം നമുക്ക് ഇതിനകത്ത് നിന്ന് പ്ലേ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഇതിനകത്ത് കേൾക്കണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ വേറൊരു ഇൻപുട്ടായിട്ട് ഇതിനകത്ത് വരും. ഓക്കെ, ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ലിമിറ്റ് അതിനകത്ത് കണക്ട് ചെയ്താൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്നതാണ് ഈ മിക്സറിൻ്റെ പേര്, ഫ്ലോ 8. ഓക്കെ, ഫ്ലോ 8. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് വന്നിട്ട് ഇത് നമുക്ക് എത്ര അത് കണക്ഷൻ പേര് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ട് കണക്ട് ചെയ്യാം. ഇപ്പോൾ കണക്ട് ആയി കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ഈ ബ്ലൂ ബട്ടൺ ഇവിടെ ഓണാണ്. ഓക്കെ, ഫ്ലോ 8. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് പേരായി. ഇപ്പം നമുക്ക് രണ്ട് either we can use this control to control the volume or the same thing. Okay, either through this or through this we can control the microphone volume, individual volume, master volume, everything. When this light is on, see, when this light is on, this control is not being used. Okay, here it is called offset. Light on ആയിരുന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ
അത് പിന്നെ ഇവിടെ
ഇവിടെ മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. You can make it off moving to the same position.
So when you use this app,
Yeah. Now it is all is all the lines are
disengaged.
Engaged. If you try to use this, then it will again disengage. See, I am moving this. The LED is lit. It means it is not offset. This one, no, this particular channel. The inputs. This is also called channels. The mixer. Channel 1, channel 2, channel 3. The inputs.
ഇപ്പോൾ എങ്ങനെ അറിയുന്നത് you are getting enough input? How do you know you are getting enough signal enough?
the lights.
There is an indicator, right? But that indicator has got 3 colors.
Green, yellow, red.
Red. Okay, where you should be? Green. Okay. And there is green starting from. Can you increase from there? അപ്പോൾ അത് engaged അല്ലേ? Can you try increase adjusting from there? പക്ഷേ ഇതിനകത്ത് എപ്പോഴും അവിടെ നിന്നാണ് കാണിക്കുന്നത്.
അതെ, this actually the gain level.
Okay, so what you should do is, for you to know what is enough signal, give me the mic. So I should be continuously speaking and watching. Okay, am I getting enough signal? Yeah, at this point, yes. Okay, no, that's good enough. So if you are getting something like this, I think it is close to or above 0 dB. So 0 dB is the unity gain. Whatever input is captured is outputting is also the same. So this microphone also has some electronic circuit.
It is plus 2 dB.
Plus 2 dB, right?
Plus 2 dB.
See, so that means I'm giving a good quality sound. So your audio, your output is only good when your input is good. Always remember, your output is only good when your input is good. Okay? So this is very important even when you are creating a video. So you should control your input. Okay? Should not give unnecessary lot of noise and sound. So this is good. But my audio is not good enough on the speaker. So then you should start and look on the other side. Now look at the audio chain. I'm speaking through input number 2. Now that input 2 is going to the main output. Now tell me, is that main output giving enough output? What do you think? Is it giving everything what it is receiving? No. So what you should do? You should pump it up. You should bring it up. Okay? So now when you bring it up and then you come to know, or even actually this is, I think to me, this is very high. Okay? So we'll keep this on 0 minimum. Okay? So when I'm speaking now, in a good estimate, even though I don't know what the values are, but with visual indication I can tell you it's not giving the output of everything what it is getting. So you should try to increase and bring it to a stage where it is almost close to the input. Do that? Yeah, can you increase it? See now I started to get, I don't need that much. No, bring down. So on the output stage, you should always see in the safe side. So green is your safe area. Okay, yellow is not safe. Okay, so yeah, be there. I think it's okay. So now I will go to the output stage and I start to slowly increase the output of the amplifier, and I'm getting a loud audible sound. So what I did this, whatever we just did, it's called equalization. So I'm equalizing the system. I'm giving enough input. I'm also outputting enough signal and then amplifying only to the required level. I don't need to over amplify it. Okay? Now, if I do this, but I'm not speaking from here. Why do I need a larger bubble? So your aim should be, so when you have a larger bubble means it's also prone to pick up all unwanted noises. There is reflection, there is unwanted sound. So always for a good audio, you should limit the microphone pickup. You should only pick up from a limited, close area. So what you should do, bring that down. So always you suggest or encourage people to hold the mic properly. So this is called mic etiquette, or you holding the mic in an appropriate way. So it's not good idea for me to pick up the microphone and keep closer to me. And if someone is soft, ideally that person should come in front of the mic,
Closer.
and who is speaking louder or singing louder should be at a distance. So the microphone, so think of it, microphone is listening. Microphone is a listening device. So distance. Make sense? Yes? So you all can set up the sound system now. Ready?
What will happen if it is not equalized?
Yeah, what if it is not equalized? Let's say somebody, I'll give you some examples, okay? Oh, I don't know, yeah, so I kept it here, no? So, okay, now I tried it. Now I'll try to, oh, no, sound is not coming. I'm trying to increase from the output. No, still not coming. Then I try to increase it here, right? Hello. See, I can still hear sound. Now, so what I did is, I've increased the output too much. Correct? Maximum. But the input is low. Is that a good system? Why? There is a mismatch. That means you're not giving enough input, but you're trying to amplify. So, how do I put it? You're only giving limited input. I'm only giving so much supply. You're only giving little food to the child, but you're expecting the child to grow so much. It's like that. I'm not giving enough input to the microphone. You should give enough input to the microphone. Then you should. So equalizing, see, will I get sound? Yes. But is it my best sound? No, I'll come back to the other one. Okay. Now, what I will do is, I'll bring it down and I'll give you an example. So I'll bring it down. Okay. I think we were, see, one of the line is bold line. That is 0 dB. Okay, that is unity. Okay. So similarly, I will. See, if I bring it here, see that is 0 dB, and if I, so right now I'm giving a good input. Side business opinion. It is capturing every single modulation of my sounds, and you get a realistic, natural sound. Operant circle. Okay, so it's always good to give enough. So you should always give 0 dB. Unity gain. Okay. I think so. Right now is what? 2 dB, Manoj?
Mic
2 dB plus 2 dB. Okay. See, plus 2 dB.
What is this?
other one is
That is all dB.
master is minus.
That is all dB. See, it will go from minus infinity to plus 10. You see? There is no minus, no? Okay. Now this is adjusting, setting up the sound system. Clear? Now how will you use something like this for recording? That should be the next thing, right?
Or singing effects I don't know.
Like a smiling curve. Always like a smiling curve. So it should be, so it's a smiling curve.
No, it's a sad curve.
So it's like your lip, like a smiling curve. When I smile,
She said it's not smiling. Smiling? That's it.
okay?
How it should be.
So when you do that, I think when you increase this little bit, maybe 5 dB, you can still increase, you have room. So this is, you are boosting the mid-range. Okay. Most of the content, because consonances, right? And vowels. So the consonances is what is making a human voice with its modulation and for easy to understand. The most intelligent part of any human voice lies here. That 400 hertz onwards. So the intelligibility of my sound is in that mid-range. So that's the reason I said, I want to increase that mid-range, 500 hertz, 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz. But it is also a problem, it will have more reflections. So you should not increase too much where it start to affect your feedback, howling.
We cannot increase words from here.
No, that is our old mixer used to have that. This is more of a digital, everything based on an
Actually,
application.
if all those controls come in that,
It will not be this size. It will be a much big
So
console.
where each input has, there are 8 inputs now, so each input has business controls in this using the
So
application.
if you have to put a knob in this box, the size will increase. So they have done a smart job
Charge
by
it,
cutting
charge it,
down
sir.
everything and putting everything into the software.
That is also not so big.
So now everything is software driven.
അതിനും വരുന്നില്ല.
Okay, another thing, there is an equalizer, the same thing in the main out. As you can see,
Output
is
also
having
has
the-
equalizer.
This is having the
Smiling curve.
63 to 16.
So you really don't need too much information in 63 because there is, unless you are playing music. So you need to be careful. So this is the main output is not only human voice. See, microphone is always human voice, but main output can be a
Music,
song, a
right.
music, something from the mobile. So you should be careful in adjusting. No, for me to get the best audio, I'll cut down everything. I'll only pump up this. Then your music will sound not so good. Okay. So you should be knowing. Okay, because the music and instruments, everything is actually higher. So always remember the 80 to 8 kilohertz is always human throat. But your ear can always listen more. 20 hertz, 20,000 hertz. Okay, I think the mixer is okay now. Now how will you record something using this is important. Connect a USB output of this to a computer.
Okay.
You have a computer?
Yeah.